I'm here in the kitchen, Little Mama, Katrina Golden. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Hey, and happy Cinco de Mayo. And this place is just getting more and more Cinco all the time. You got stuff to make here. What are we making here to celebrate this special holiday?
We are making a margarita cake.
Oh, let's go.
You had me a margarita and cake. Okay.
Yeah, we are making a margarita cake. Of course, it's Cinco de Mayo, and we tend to drink a lot of margaritas.
We. Yeah, okay.
A lot of tequila gets to be flowing on Cinco de Mayo.
So this is actually one of your treats that you make on the truck, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
all right.
is.
Well, go to town. Here,
Yeah,
it's your
this is,
kitchen. We're in the kitchen with Little Mama.
This is not really necessarily a simple recipe, but it's fun because I like making alcohol cakes. We tend to do a lot of different alcohol cakes. We call them our level 21 cakes because you need to be 21 or over to eat them. So we start with, of course, your basic cake recipe.
Right.
You're going to have your flour, sugar, eggs, butter. This instance, you're going to put pudding and, of course, you know, some margarita mix and some tequila. And we also put a little bit of sweetened lime juice in it, too. So the cake tastes exactly like the drink. And then we garnish it with a few other things.
Anybody else scared?
Don't be scared, don't be scared, don't be scared.
And butter, Cliff. Butter.
Yes,
I know, I'm
real
ready.
butter.
Come on. Yeah, I know butter.
Real
Okay.
butter. But it's going to take 2 cups of flour, 1.5 cups of sugar, 4 eggs,
Okay.
1 stick of butter, 1 small, the regular size packet of pudding, a 1/2 cup of alcohol of your choice. I tend to mix these two, and then another 1/2 cup of oil. I put just a little bit of the lime juice in there so that it's a little sweeter, you know, gives it that little margarita taste. And then, you know, you mix it all together, and like we say, the magic of television. You're going to bake this at 325. I like using these little pans because they're so cute. You know, they're like individual little butt
And
cakes.
you've already gotten it.
Yeah, I've got it already greased up before. So you're going to grease and flour your pan, and then you're going to put it in here. When you're using the little ones or even some of the larger bundt pans or cake pans, you don't want to fill it all the way up because you want to give your cake room to rise. And if you don't, trust me, you'll have it all over your oven. You can ask me how I know.
Okay. We don't want it all over our oven. Okay.
No.
Oh, and by the way, she said 1/2 cup of your favorite alcoholic drink, not half a bottle.
Yes, 1/2 cup.
Okay.
What I tend to do is after it comes out of the oven is put just a little bit more on top, depending on how we feel. We may soak it. This particular cake is called a soak cake, so it's made to absorb whatever liquid, preferably alcohol, that you put in it after it's baked.
Okay, so here begs the question. If you're not drinking alcohol today, you can use something else other than alcohol for this?
Certainly.
Okay.
The virgin version of this, which is what I'm making today because, you know, some of us have to work.
What's that?
Thank you.
Some of us have to work, and I don't want to be responsible for, you know, party time at the station. You can make it with just the margarita mix. Make it with just a margarita mix, and that's fine. It's going to give you the same taste. It's going to give you, you know, the same flavor. So, and even then, the kids can eat it too.
Okay, we'll see. There you go. All right.
All right.
Well, good. All right,
So we're going to put this in the oven?
This is going to go in the oven for an hour at 325.
Oh, 1 hour.
Well, and when you're making smaller ones, it's not going to be quite an hour. This will probably take about 45 minutes.
Okay.
30 to 45 minutes.
And through the span of television magic, we'll be back in 45 minutes.
Right.
In 2.5. Boom, and 45 minutes later, here we are again. Cinco de Mayo special here on Morning Mix. Katrina from Little Mama's Sweet Treats making our margarita cakes. These little bundt cakes are, yeah, exactly.
It comes out of the pan just like this. When you grease and flour your pan, you know, you can just turn it over, kind of like cupcakes. You know, you can just turn it over, and it comes like this. We made a very simple icing to go. There's just powdered sugar, some sweetened lime juice.
More.
a little bit of margarita mix minus the alcohol, and then we just drizzle it.
Oh, pretty.
Drizzle it on top like that, and then you have your margarita cakes ready to eat.
Okay, and that just looks delicious.
It does.
Yeah, no.
And it smells so good.
Okay, real quick, for the people that may have just tuned in and didn't catch the initial recipes and the ingredients real quick. What are you putting in this? You said it's basically the standard ingredients that you do usually use, right?
Mm-hmm. So it's 2 cups of flour. I prefer self-rising flour because, you know, I'm not a lazy baker. I am a more efficient baker. There's no need to put baking powder and salt when there's already self-rising flour that has it in there. So I use 2 cups of self-rising flour, 1.5 cups of sugar, 1 stick of butter, one package of pudding, and then half a cup of oil, half a cup of milk, half a cup of whatever, well, in this case, Margarita mix.
As the holiday.
You guys, this is so good.
It is.
And then bake it, you know, you mix it all together, bake it for about an hour if you're using a standard bundt pan, bake it for an hour at 325, and then take it out, let it cool, take it out, and you can put a little bit more of your margarita mix on top and, you know, let it sit for a second. And then a real simple icing is the lime juice, just a tiny bit of margarita mix and powdered sugar until it's the consistency that you want.
All right.
And I added just, of course, a teensy bit of green food coloring because, you know, we got to make it look green.
I love it. Can
And
we
then
let
you done it
Katrina
with
talk
Margarita.
like throughout the rest of the show so we can eat?
Welcome to Little Mama's show.
Right.
We'll be back. Thank you very much. Now, you did say you can make this non-alcoholic as well. It's just very easy to do.
Right. Just instead of adding the alcohol, like I have an already made margarita mix that has the tequila in it, you can just find one that doesn't have it, you know, and just the kind where you have to actually make it yourself, and just add that. That makes it like a virgin alcohol cake, if you will.
Right.
Kind of like a virgin version of the drink.
Like what is that? Shirley Temple.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay. Use Shirley Temple for it instead. Make a Shirley Temple cake. There you go. All right. Where can people find out more info for you, Katrina?
You can find me at lilmamasweets.com. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. And
Oh, she's on TikTok too.
yes, I'm on TikTok too. And today I'm out at Streetcar Bragging Rights out at the Carolina Dragway.
All right. Making some of these.
Yes,
All right.
actually we have those on the trailer.
That's the way to do it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. That was awesome.